Let's go here. So, LaShawn McCoy says Tom Brady can play another 5 years in the league. And I think he can because the Bucks will give him anything. You know, they're like, all right, you kind of created a culture here. You are our culture. You are our system. And that's why he left the Pats. Because the Pats weren't gonna just give him anything. The Bucks will give him whatever he needs to win. They don't care. Like, all right, you're bringing us back here. You're rebuilding our franchise. We'll give you anything. So here we go. Back to the Deshaun Watson, kind of saga. Andre Johnson, pretty quiet guy. He defended Watson, saying, there are certain things that just aren't right in Houston. And, look at the Lions. Calvin Johnson retired early. Matt Stafford wanted out. Barry Sanders retired early. The Texans, Andre Johnson. I don't know was he out early? No, he wasn't. But they kind of drained his career a bit. You look at Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders, and actually, yeah, he did retire. No, he didn't retire early. But you look at Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders, and they were like 30. They had so much more years left, but they were drained. They were drained from the Lions. And, right now, the Texans are suffocating Watson. And they kind of suffocated DeAndre Hopkins. Every quarterback needs weapons. And, Watson, he's asking fair questions, to the Texans, like, what am I doing here? You guys are getting me nowhere, and you guys are going to suffocate my career eventually. And he was also promised things, and those promises were not, and they didn't deliver. So, he has all the right in the world to, maybe not as much, sorry, that was an ad, maybe not as much, right as Wilson does to be mad at the Seahawks, but he has a right to be a little concerned with their system right now. And Wilson has Metcalf, I'll give you that, but Tyler Lockett's inconsistent. He's been sacked 394 times in 9 years. That's an NFL record. His offensive line is not delivering. Chris Carson, 5 touchdowns, 600 yards. Okay. And his defense hasn't been top 10 in years. So, he does have a right to be concerned. And now let's go to the NBA here. So, LeBron says, KD, Steph, and Clay are just like the Nets' firepower offensively. And the Warriors, and honestly, let me point this out, because the Nets are a terrible defensive team. It's always 128, 124 about there. They're a terrible defensive team. They're a great offensive team, though. Now, the Warriors had Klay Thompson, who's actually a good defender. And Kevin Durant is a willing defender. That's why they're better. And, the Nets can't be compared to the Warriors, because they've only played 7 games together. So, by the way, LeBron's going to be looking to, get 35,000 points, tonight. I'll see what happens there. Just the third player to do it. We'll see what happens. And I forgot to wish Michael Jordan a happy birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to arguably the best player of all time there. But, I just didn't want anyone thinking I was biased here, because I did do something for LeBron's birthday, and I forgot to do something with, Jordan's. But, 6-0 in the finals. 6th in points, I believe. Tough to argue with that. Some of the Last Dance was the lock and living proof on how truly amazing he was. So that's a happy late birthday to Michael Jordan. Alright, so, it's gonna be weird transitioning from Michael Jordan's birthday to football, which is, so I'm gonna go, to the Cowboys here, and Dak Prescott. So, they are still yet to agree on a long-term deal. And what the Cowboys have to realize is the longer they wait, the more leverage Dak gets. Dak already has, he has how many, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 things in which he has leverage in. Jerry Jones is 78. He's going to want to win now. He's loved by his teammates. Number 3, it's good to know you're having the right quarterback going into the season. Number 4, he has a market. Number 5, there's a lot of teams looking for someone, and if you don't lock up Dak now, I don't know when he's going to be available, but another team's going to pick him up. And number 6, he ensures that you're not chaotic. You don't want to be chaotic as a franchise. So, Dak has all the leverage in the world right now. And, the longer they wait, the worse it's going to get. So, you should just, sign him. He's a top 8 quarterback. Don't sign him to the amount of money he was originally asking for, because that is ridiculous. But, sign him. Lock him up. You don't want any other team getting him, do you? No. And here's the story that I saw. They could be right, and this could come back to bite me, but I gotta, I just gotta address this. So, multiple teams are ranking Zach Wilson above Trevor Lawrence. And we did this with Zion, wait, maybe Ja goes number 1. Or maybe RJ Barrett. No. Zion was a clear number 1 pick, and, and I said, he's doing what I thought he would, above 20 a game, he's bigger than everyone else, he's drawing fouls regularly, because he's always in a contact play, so, he's, I just, it's just crazy when the conscious number 1 pick starts getting doubted late in the year. And Lawrence played better. He played tougher teams than Wilson. And there's when people pick apart young guys, I get so mad. We did this with Zion, oh, he can't shoot, oh, he's fat. It wound up working. I love Ja Morant. I think he's a great player. But let's be real, if Zion played a full season, he probably would have been Rookie of the Year. And you can't pick apart young people. It gets me so mad because, of course they're going to make some dumb decisions. They're going to make, because they're kids. They are kids. The male brain. Alright, so let me give you an example. Tua Tagovailoa had a bad year this year. First of all, Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. Okay, yes, they did phenomenal this year. But, Tua, first of all, was coming out of an injury in college. I gotta say that he had injury problems in college. He's coming off of that. And he had no preseason and no training camps. I'm sure he'll be fine. How old is he? Let me see how old Tua is. I'm gonna check how old he is real quick. And, you can't pick him apart. It's his rookie season. Josh Allen had one of the worst rookie seasons I've seen. Lamar Jackson didn't have a good rookie season. You gotta chill. They're gonna be fine. The very next year, Lamar Jackson, became an MVP, and Josh Allen was an MVP candidate this year. So, like, we gotta chill on a 22-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know why it's even a debate. You keep the guy. He is a rookie. And, like, you can't pick apart, like, Lawrence. And we picked apart Luck, Andrew Luck. Because he made some dumb throws in college, his first 2 years of college. Because he was a kid. You can't pick apart 23-year-olds. And I saw something. The male brain does not fully develop until 24 years old. Your brain does not fully develop until 24 years old when you're a male. We have to chill out here. Lawrence is the number 1 pick. And I think he's going to be really good in the NFL. And I'm not going to overreact to his rookie year because I'm going to be patient here. Let's calm down. So, alright, let's get some more music going here. Alright, come on, let's get some music going. There we go. Alright, so the Eagles have shipped off Wentz to the Colts, and I think it's perfect for Wentz. Obviously, he's reunited with Wright, that's one thing. But it's also a big confidence boost for him, and I think he'll do well there, because confidence is a big thing in football. You know, Goff lost some confidence, I think, after the Super Bowl. Lost some confidence, and he got a lot worse. Wentz feels wanted, and feeling wanted is a big confidence booster for a guy like Wentz, and I think he's going to do very, very well there. Well, actually, that's a bit of a stretch. I think he'll do pretty well there. I don't think he'll be MVP Wentz ever again, but I think he's going to do. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. I mean, I think this team can make him like a top 15 quarterback about. I think that's what he'll be, basically, like a Matt Ryan kind of. Never again that MVP Wilson, though. I mean Wentz. Alright, so both J.J. Watt and the Bills have mutual interest. The great thing about Watt is he's still very impactful. He was ranked 7th in Pro Football Focus. He's a team player. And, I mean, there's a lot of suitors. I mean, I said the Packers are the best, and I stand by that. But Tennessee is another great place for him. They have Mike Vrabel, who was his defensive coordinator in Houston for a bit. And is kind of a tough guy organization, so we'll see. I mean, J.J. Watt kind of fits that tough guy thing there, but we'll see where it goes. It's going to be fun. Alright, so let's get some baseball going here. Fernando Tatis is going to get paid 14 years for $340 million. And this is great. I mean, and you normally will pay a lot of money to the shortstops and second basemen in the league. So, I mean, and the great thing about this is they're getting him in his prime. And he could be the face of baseball very soon. Obviously, Mike Trout is like I mean, obviously he's ridiculously talented, but the Padres are probably like a top 3 team in baseball right now. And the Angels aren't getting to the playoffs, so I think Tatis will be more fun to watch. And that's another thing. Like, baseball, I can see why people think it's boring. I understand that. But, Tatis is one of those where, players that are vibrant and flashy, which is fun to watch. Like, Mookie Betts is not a normal baseball player. He's vibrant and flashy. And a great thing about this is they now have Machado and Fernando Tatis for the next decade. And that's great. Because you want that. Because I think there are 3 teams that can stop the Dodgers from winning another World Series. The Yankees, Padres, and White Sox can stop the Dodgers. So I think this is a win for the Dodgers. So I kind of wanted to